The year is 108 AD, a cold grey morning in northern Britain. 5,000 of Rome's most battle-hardened soldiers march north into the fog. These are not ordinary men. They have fought under Julius Caesar himself. They have crushed rebellions across 3 continents. They have never been defeated. Their name Legio IX Hispana, Rome's 9th legion, the most feared force on earth, and then silence. They marched north and they never came back. No battle record, no graves, no survivors, no explanation. Rome, the most organized empire in human history, had no answer. 5,000 soldiers vanished like they never existed. Was it a massacre so devastating that Rome buried the truth forever? Did the emperor himself order their story erased from history? And why, after 2,000 years, does nobody still know what happened? Think about this. Every single Roman legion has an exit record. Everyone except the 9th. Hadrian built the largest wall in Roman history right after they disappeared. Why? The 9th's eagle standard Rome would die to recover was never found. Senior historians in 1732 noticed this silence first. They had no explanation either. Hollywood made 3 films about this mystery. Still no one has the answer. Today we go where historians are afraid to go. We follow the 9th Legion into the dark. If you love history's greatest unsolved mysteries, subscribe right now. Hit the bell, because what comes next will completely change how you see the Roman Empire. The birth of a legend. To understand how they vanished first, understand who they were. The year is 65. BC Rome is not yet an empire. It is a republic. Violent, ambitious, hungry. A new legion is raised in Hispania, modern-day Spain. They are given the number 9 Legio IX. Their first commander, the great General Pompey. They fight his wars, they win his battles. Then comes Julius Caesar. He inherits this legion. He takes them to Gaul, modern France. In the Gallic Wars, the 9th becomes Caesar's most trusted force. Battle after battle they hold. At Pharsalus, one of history's greatest battles, the 9th fights for Caesar against Pompey himself. They win. Caesar becomes the most powerful man on earth, and the 9th his most loyal weapon. After Caesar's death, they fight for Augustus. They earn a new name, Hispana, the Spanish Legion. For 150 years, this legion builds Rome's empire, Spain, the Balkans, and finally Britain. By the time they reach Britain, in 43 AD, the 9th Legion is already a legend. Undefeated, unbreakable. Britain, the edge of the known world. Britain, in 43 AD, is Rome's most dangerous frontier. Wild, cold, covered in mist and forest, filled with warrior tribes who refuse to kneel. The 9th is stationed at Eboracum, modern-day York. Their fortress walls rise from nothing, but Britain fights back. In 60 AD, Queen Boudica of the Iceni tribe launches a revolt. She burns 3 Roman cities to the ground. London, Colchester, St. Albans, all ash. The 9th marches to stop her, and for the first time in their history, they are destroyed. Boudica's warriors massacre the 9th's vanguard. Thousands of Roman soldiers die in hours. It is the worst defeat in the 9th's 150-year history, but they survive, they rebuild, they endure. Decades pass. The 9th pushes north into Scotland, into Caledonian territory, enemy land. In 83 AD, Roman historian Tacitus writes that the Caledonians attacked the 9th at night. Thousands of screaming warriors flooded through the fortress gates in total darkness. The 9th barely survived. This is the second time, each time darker than the last. The disappearance. This is where history goes silent and the mystery begins. The year is 108 AD, Eboracum, York. The 9th completes a construction project. They leave an inscription. That inscription, carved in stone, is the last confirmed proof that the 9th Legion exists. After 108 AD, nothing. No orders received, no battles recorded, no names on any list. By 122 AD, a completely different legion, the 6th is stationed at York. No explanation given. Roman records are obsessively detailed. Every legion, every movement, every casualty, every posting. But for the 9th, a wall of silence, as if someone deliberately erased them from history. Emperor Hadrian arrives in Britain in 122 AD personally. He brings a fresh legion with him. He then orders the construction of Hadrian's Wall, the largest military structure Rome ever built. Every legion that helped build the wall left inscriptions inscriptions in stone, their mark of pride, every legion except the ninth. Their silence on that wall is the loudest clue of all. By 165 AD, historian Cassius Dio lists every active Roman legion. The ninth is not there. Somewhere between 108 AD and 165 AD, 5,000 men simply ceased to exist. No funeral monuments, no survivor accounts, no emperor's speech mourning their loss. In the entire Roman Empire, this has never happened before, and it never happens again. The theory's three theories, each one darker than the last. Theory 1, Scotland. In the 1850s, German scholar Theodore Mommsen proposes the first answer. He believes the ninth marched north of York into Caledonian Scotland and was annihilated. Thousands of screaming Caledonian warriors, fog, mud, no backup, total massacre. This theory fits the timeline. It explains Hadrian's Wall. It explains the replacement legion. But here is the problem. No graves were ever found in Scotland. No Roman weapons, nothing. For a massacre of 5,000 men, the ground should be full of evidence. It is completely empty. Theory 2, the Netherlands. In the 1990s, archaeologists dig at Nijmegen in Holland. They find tiles, inscriptions, and a military medal, all stamped with one phrase, Legio IX Hispana. The Ninth Legion, or part of it, was on the European continent after 120 AD. They did not die in Scotland. They left Britain. They were redeployed to somewhere far more dangerous. Theory 3, the Jewish Revolt. In 132 AD, a massive Jewish rebellion erupts against Rome. It is the bloodiest, most desperate war Rome fights in the 2nd century. Another legion, the 22nd, also disappears from records during this exact same war. Could both legions have been destroyed together in Judea in the same forgotten battle, the cover-up? And now the most disturbing possibility of all. What if Rome knew exactly what happened and deliberately buried the truth? Emperor Hadrian was obsessed with stability, with the image of Roman invincibility. Losing an entire legion, 5,000 elite soldiers, would have been a catastrophic scandal. Rome's enemies across 3 continents would have celebrated. Rebellions would have ignited everywhere. So perhaps Hadrian did what powerful rulers have always done. He erased the story completely. No announcement, no mourning, no investigation, just silence and a very large wall. The wall was not just to keep enemies out. Perhaps it was to keep a secret in. 2,000 years later, that secret still holds. The Ninth Legion has never been found. Here is what we know for certain. 5,000 of Rome's greatest soldiers simply vanished. The most powerful, most organized empire on earth had no public answer. That alone is extraordinary. Empires fall, battles are lost, but an entire legion disappearing without a single trace, that does not happen by accident, that happens by design. Someone wanted them forgotten, and here 2,000 years later, we are still asking the same question they feared: what really happened to the Ninth Legion? Tell us your theory in the comments below. If this video made you think, like, subscribe, and watch our next mystery. The past is not dead, it is waiting to be found.